Your final score from the spring football scrimmage at Ohio Stadium: Scarlet 59, Grey 27, as the offense clicks late to earn the right to wear the Scarlet jerseys during fall practice. Rick Pizzo, Derek Rackley, Dom Tiberi with you from Ohio Stadium. Rack, how impressive was this Ohio State offense after a slow start?
Yeah, it was a slow start to get things going, but it was really good for the offense, especially with some of the struggles that they've been having. Of course, the youth and the injuries on the offensive side of the ball. But a couple of the guys that stuck out for me, fellas, was Braxton Miller. Obviously, he's still young. He's still got a lot of things to learn, but you saw some flashes this afternoon that he's got some really big things ahead of him. And then Jordan Hall. Obviously, they're not going to be without the services of Dan Herron for the first 5 games of the season, so they're trying to find somebody that they'll feel comfortable with at the running back position. I think he showed us that this afternoon.
Today was a learning day for the Buckeye young guys. Braxton Miller and those likes, they're going to be able to look at all this videotape that took place today. They're going to be able to learn from it. They're going to be able to learn from their mistakes. I was really impressed with the way the offensive line, Ohio State, is sounded offensive line. We saw that. They ended up taking over the line of scrimmage. The other thing I liked was the way Braxton Miller showed great composure in there, really kind of grew into the thing. I thought Taylor Graham showed his arm off with a long touchdown pass, and I thought Kenny Guyton and Joe Bowserman had their moments. The running backs, Jordan Hall with a big day, but all that stuff is fine. They're going to be able to learn from it, look at it, because they got some big issues they got to take care of in the fall. They got to find some guys that can step in and play.
And you have to give the offensive line a lot of credit. Ohio State ran about 90 plays today. They had only 8 offensive linemen working through, and Mike Adams won't be there in the fall either, so this offensive line going to get a lot of work. Quickly, fellas, before we go, after this spring scrimmage, do you think that the concerns that Jim Tressel and this coaching staff had going into the spring, have they been heightened or have they been alleviated?
I think they've been alleviated a little bit, Rick, because anytime you're able to take the field 15 times to start working on your offense, working on your defense, and start seeing what guys can do, it's always a benefit. And then, like he said during the game, we're going to have a whole lot more practices once we open training camp.
He found out some big things today. We saw what some young guys could do under fire because, the quarterbacks, they didn't have yellow jerseys on. They were being blitzed. They were being hit. He found out what these guys were made out of. He found out a lot, and I think he feels a lot better right now leaving spring drills than he did coming in.
As for the question everyone's asking, who'll be the starting quarterback on opening day? That we likely won't know until fall time. For Dom and Rack, I'm Rick Pizzo. So long from Columbus.